he was able to produce dozens of monuments within a fairly short period of time.
When the project to do Mount Rushmore came up, Lorado Taft was the first person called. He declined the commission. He was just very big on getting an art community going in Chicago.
In 1922, Taft created his most ambitious sculpture to date. The Fountain of Time stretches 126 feet across and includes over 100 figures, including one of the artists.
And one end of the fountain starts with these figures rising up out of the earth. The middle section, we have young people falling in love, young men going off to war. And then as you go to the far end of the sculpture, you see older ladies and gentlemen descending into the earth. And then standing across from it, you have old Father Time who's watching this whole thing. A lot of veterans and citizens were putting up funds to build war memorials. Taft was still undiscovered, so he went along for the ride for relatively low wages. One of his greatest, earliest Civil War memorials is in Winchester, Indiana. It is an extremely complex conical. It has reliefs and freestanding figures. He wanted to show off all the skills that he'd learned in Paris.
When the statue was dedicated on July 4th of 1911, it was the tallest statue in the world. The public immediately referred to it as Black Hawk. No one had ever attempted a sculpture from concrete before, but it was much more economical and was said to be virtually indestructible.
238 yards of concrete was used, along with 38 one-inch steel reinforcing bars, plus 20 tons of pink granite chips to give the finished statue an added luster.
A stunning sculpture that stops you. You have this child who is leading this group of blind people, and child's eyes see, whereas everyone else is clearly blind.
In 1871, Lorado Taft's father was hired to teach geology and zoology at the university. Young Lorado helped his father repair the sculptures, and it inspired him to study art. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees at Illinois in 1880.
I came up to it and I immediately thought, it's a masterpiece. It shows a deeply grounded training, someone with a knowledge of the history of art.
When Lorado Taft created the alma mater in 1929, he wanted students to interact with it. Almost a century later, they are still fulfilling his wish.